Yeah, nothing's working today. It's just a bunch of old guys here live on all the platforms. None of the videos are working. It's just typical. That's what happens on Sunday.
It's all good. Now we turned it into riffing with everybody.
Riffing with everybody. This is a special edition of Sunday Night CrossFit Talk. We've got, it's a Masters edition, age groups. Semis are going on this weekend. I've got Ryan Redkey with me up there in the upper right. I've got Dex Hopkins lower left and Cory Leonard lower right. All competed this weekend. All are still on the leaderboard, so I'm assuming you're all healthy.
Yep.
I feel unwell. I feel abused. The 20-minute AMRAP was the only one I thought would make me like significantly sore, and I was right. So
yeah. Luckily, we got to do that early on. So that was a few days ago.
Now now it's just hurting in the moment for two, or being real disappointed these muscle ups. So see how this one goes.
Hear that?
So the couple things I want to talk about, just overarching before we get into the workouts, and that is new season this year. We're going to Legends for the CrossFit Games. It's opened up the opportunities a little bit more, and the programming is shifted from CrossFit HQ to Bob and Joe over at Legends. Overarching thoughts about how it's going so far, and we'll start with Dex.
I mean, these fellas Cory's kicking my ass right now, I think. So Cory's in my thing. Aren't you in 35, 39, Cory?
No, I'm in 45, 49, Dex. I ain't not kicking
kidding.
your ass. I can promise you that.
Just kidding. You might be anyway. Just kidding. But dude, I haven't had any experience at that Masters event. I did Masters Fitness Collective, and it was like my first experience to get exposed to that group of people. Had an awesome time. And I did not know that they were just getting it straight from them. So that's news to me, and that's kind of exciting because if I end up qualifying, it's an hour and a half south of me. And the places I understand they're going to be doing the events are going to be, it'll be sexy. A little bit of outdoor stuff, a little bit of indoor, so it'll be good.
Ryan, what are your thoughts?
I go a ways back with you getting an echo on me? I'm hearing an echo. Sound okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit of an echo.
Okay. I can try to switch to headphones in a second here, but I went to the very first Legends in 2017. So I've known Bob and Joe for a long time. There was like 34 guys that showed up that day. It was a one-day comp when they were just getting their feet wet. And I've always seen that they put on a great show, done a great job. I've always loved their programming personally. So I think it's going to be great that they're doing it. If anybody's going to do it, I'm glad it's those two guys taking it over. So far, it's gone well with programming they've put out so far. So,
wait, they did semifinals too?
So my understanding is that Joe programmed the semifinals, did the first drafts, and then Bob had some oversight with it. And
I love Joe. Whoever Joe is, I love him. I'm a big fan of Joe.
Then they submitted it to Boz and team for review, is what my understanding is of how the programming was. So
hey, Joe likes classic CrossFit. I'm a fan. So outside, and even the 20-minute AMRAP, and Scott knows this to be true. I've never said I enjoyed a 20-minute AMRAP, and that's about as close as I'm going to get. So yeah, if Joe came up with these four, boy, me and Joe gonna be all right.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way that the 20-minute AMRAP was I felt the best programmed one, and I'm not a fan of long AMRAPs either, but I thought that was probably the best programmed workout of the four.
I dig it. I think, man, the first one I liked, but just because that's a wheelhouse one for me, more or less. But the last two are like one's 30 muscle ups for time for everybody, basically. And the last one is more of like a gut check, because you go feel fine when you get to the thrusters. Probably you probably feel fine.
It's pretty much how bad do you want to make the top 40 or whatever your age group is? Do you want to go unbroken on those thrusters, or you want to set the bar down and take your chances? So
yeah,
that's kind of what that workout's all about, I think.
Oh man, that's good news to me. That's very cool. It's cool that they're cooperating with those people at the different events. I feel like rapport wise that'll be good going forward, especially if this is like the road we're going to continue down. because I know the guys that run the pit, the teenage games last year. I mean, I've worked them for a while, and they have an awesome team. And I worried about that. One, the facility they're in, it's awesome. Three Rivers CrossFit is. It was just small, so I'm glad they got away from that. They're gonna have a bigger venue to support like the infrastructure of it. But I worried for them about like kind of breaking up the team and not cooperating with them. And I think you want a good mix of both. I want it to be the CrossFit Games, and I want it to be overseen by them and all that stuff, but also let it be its own brand, like they've done so well with. If you had such a positive experience going, and hell, I guess now I have one with semifinals. So, yeah, that's encouraging to me, especially like from a 1,000-foot view, is like where they're going to take care of these things as they get to be separate events.
Yeah, so I want Cory's input here because I know Cory. So just if you want to know who Joe is, Dex did a show with him about 4 months ago.
Okay.
So you can go check that out and get to meet him. Cory was in the chat on that show. That day he made goals for himself, and it included legends. And I think it's safe to say that you have surpassed your goal for this season, Cory. And so where are you sitting today?
Absolutely. As of last night, whenever the first part got finished up, I'm sitting in 169th spot, just 120 or so spots out of qualifying. No big deal. So the 20-minute MRAP yesterday, plantar fasciitis in my right foot. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, that's exactly what that felt like. I was hobbling around like Tiny Tim at Christmas time. By the time I got done, dude, like it was bad.
Yeah.
Which forced me to go slower than what I wanted to. I had 7.5, 8 rounds in mine, and I got like 6.5. But I mean, whatever. So in October, after MFC, I made a goal to just qualify for semis, and here we are. So I'm pretty excited about that. Next big thing on the radar is definitely to qualify for Legends. That is next big overarching goal as far as that goes. So like anything that happens beyond today and when the leaderboard gets finalized, whenever the hell that's going to be, that's line out for me. That's just gravy, dude. Like one of my partners says, I'm just very happy to be here.
Cory, you're from Louisiana. You're from Louisiana, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Born and bred. Dude.
I know it when I hear it, baby. Don't worry. Where you at? Where you live?
I live in Gonzales. Dex, you know Alex Baravich.
Yeah.
That's my homeboy, man. He lives about 20 minutes from me.
Yeah. Alex is a homie, dude. Me and Alex, our first year at regionals was 2014, and then we did masters. And he's doing team this year. I was pissed he didn't ask me to be on his team, him and Charity. But yeah, I couldn't travel this year. But no, dude, it was cool at Masters Fitness Collective. I was like, dude, I said, well, your first year was 2014, wasn't it? Because we were just out there trash. I think me and him did real good in the open. And yeah, Alex is a good dude. He's the most flexible man I've ever seen besides Brandon Luckett.
Bro, he's so strong. He's so
strong.
Like I love that dude, bro. He's somebody since I've been competing, I've been around and get to see him do a whole lot of stuff, and he is really, really fun to watch. Especially once he starts getting mad and shit, because then he just starts throwing weight around. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, he's terrifying. Scott, you can't have me and Cory on at the same time. I like my accent being the cool one, and Cory has the Cajun one. The Cajun one beats mine.
Plus, you're both those types of people. You just pull your own string and just keep talking.
Yeah, you remember.
Yeah. And I want to thank Cory for being the first person to ever do the show from the John.
If he's sitting on a toilet,
I'm outside. I got no headphones. Like I tell you, I completely forgot that I was doing that this was a thing. So like Jennifer wanted to
Scott and I have
for Mother's Day, so kids are in the pool right now. And like everywhere I go, it's either windy. I can barely hear. Like I got my volume turned all the way up, and I can barely hear. Also, I keep doing this.
Scott and I have similar accents. I was in Minnesota for the first 37 years, so the northern Midwest.
Yeah, soda guys. Soda.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Don't you know?
So yeah, I grew up Pennsylvanian.
Okay.
And I didn't want to be a Yins guy.
A Yins guy. No. That's like me calling every kind of soft drink Coke. Like Cory probably does the same thing. Yeah, everything. What kind of Coke do you want, Scott? Sprite? Okay, cool. And y'all call it soda or pop or whatever you guys do.
Yep.
I want to jump back to Ryan before this thing completely goes off the rails. And that is, there were leaks on the workouts.
Yeah.
How much does that affect a weekend like this?
Well, for me personally, I didn't know about it till after we were already going. I heard something about the leaks maybe on the second day, maybe Thursday or Friday was the first time I even heard about it. So, I mean, for me personally, it doesn't affect me at all. I don't think about it. It's just something that I don't worry about. So I can't control it. Just look at what I can control and
do you think it puts you at a disadvantage?
You think it puts? Say that again.
Do you think it puts you at a disadvantage?
Oh, it puts me at a disadvantage. Possibly. My understanding of what was leaked, it was basically the workouts with the movements in them. They didn't know rep schemes or time domains or anything like that. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. So I would think the people that had them, yes, that could be an advantage for them. So in a way, it would put me slightly at a disadvantage, but I don't like it. I don't like that they're leaked and that certain people knew. But again, it's nothing that I can control. So it's not this weekend. I don't even spend any time thinking about it.
Because you're in a very tight, contested division. Now, with top 40, it probably does not matter as much this year until you get to the games. But I wanted to get your input.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate that happened, and unfortunate that someone would do that. But again, for me personally, it's nothing that I can do about it. So I just focus on what I can do.
So Chaos Twins, what about you guys?
I didn't see them. It being just four workouts over the big window they gave you. I mean, there's a big license to redo if you wanted to, especially if you're a pull endurance person, because that's what kind of got on me. I did the muscle up one yesterday, and I didn't think the amount of volume just in the format of that AMRAP would get on me for muscle ups. So that's like a good movement for me, but it did, and I think just with it feels very minimal for the amount of workout. So you can't have a bad workout. So yeah, if I would have got leaked to me super early, maybe I'd have took some more shots and had some early videos. But I mean, I feel like I could take the day off and probably do 2 tomorrow and be fine. I mean, it's barring lifestyle and all that stuff. But I wish they would. The leak as far as things getting out of the room, it makes me talking about how positive it is to see them work with other people. That's probably the the black eye on it, if that's the reason that things are getting leaked out. So I would hate to see that go, but it's not that big a deal, man. I mean, I think you think of the give and take of the season and the company and the way they used to do things, we're getting back to sexy open announcements and all these things, and they'll iron this out. I mean, it ain't that big a deal to me.
Does it have to be a last minute announcement?
I don't think so.
Their workouts ahead of semifinals. Why can't that be done for age groups too? And then it doesn't matter if it's leaked because everybody knows.
Last year,
our turnaround's just a little faster, I feel like.
In semifinals last year, that's how they did it. They announced they announced the workouts on Monday, and then you had your time frame. The time frames were a lot less last year. It was basically 4 days. You had Friday at noon. They were Friday at noon till Saturday at noon. No, it was less even. Was it 2 days? I don't remember, but it was a lot less. And you had to do passwords last year.
That was what I was worried about, or not worried about.
So they released
this year.
Yeah, they released the workouts on Monday, which I thought was great, especially since you had to do floor plans and everything like that. And I like the shortened time frame too. I don't really like this long, drawn out time frame this year. It's too much.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say about the long, drawn out time frame is that it's going to give me my foot enough time to try to heal up, because I still got to do the fourth one, the 30-30-30, and I want another shot at the ring muscle up one, because I was at Roy VJ's place at Franco's, and I jumped on the long straps to try to do that one for the first time. Yeah, that face right there, Dex.
No.
The 3 and the 6 went fine, and then I got to the 9, dude, and I lost tension on the strap for 1 second. The whole thing went to doing like this. So I ended up Roy was judging me, and he was like, "We can go in the short straps." So like the dude that was holding my camera and me took off across the fucking room to go jump on the short straps and try to and finish it off. But I mean, I want to. If I'm feeling good enough tomorrow, I'm gonna redo that one, just because I know I can do better. Like I know I'm 2 minutes better than what I was when I did it Thursday. So, but yeah, that's I'm same way, dude. Like, if it's gonna get leaked and only certain people are gonna get it, then I think that's messed up. You know, not that it gives people necessarily a huge advantage, because I wasn't doing most of these once or maybe twice anyway. But that is a awful long time for people to be thinking about it, depending on how early they got it, and to kind of, okay, well, this is the only movements I need to worry about. I can kind of train around whatever I need to leading up to it. I just want to make it the same for everyone.
So Jake Chapman says all three of these men could have been members of U2.
Well, it's from my era. That's the thing.
Who's Bono though? Who's Bono? I'll be Edge and play the guitar. But,
I got it.
yeah, that's
Probably
right.
Bono.
I'm old in my heart.
Yeah, but Ryan's got the stash, man. He's got the Edge.
Yeah,
stash.
Ryan looks like Edge.
Good point.
And I can't play the guitar, so
You got the Larry Mullen looks, man. Dex.
I'm with that.
So the thing I like about the shortened time frame for the qualifiers is it's as close to live events as possible. Like with this drawn out thing, you can redo workouts multiple times. Like there's gonna be people that are doing workouts 3, maybe even 4 times, and that's not as close to live competition as it can be.
No, not
so
at all.
That's what I like about the shortened time frame is it's closer to live competition.
I agree with that. I think I worried, like, it was even quarterfinals, right? Because I'm used to the scrutiny of like video reviews. Like I've done semifinals, normal flow or quarterfinals that first year. But dude, I'm certain they looked at none of my videos, greened them out. Cool, I felt good about that. This part, like Ryan was talking about, I thought they would for sure do passwords and kind of secure this thing down a little. Maybe like formalize it a little bit more. But I mean, even with the bigger window, dude, like, yeah, it sucks. I mean, 'cause I think our reference for like kind of professionalizing the at-home things is definitely like the year they did the first stage games at home, how elaborate that was. And like, so we know that that's available, right? Maybe not to that extent. Don't fly judges out or whatever they did that year. That was very like, extreme case, but like the password thing, I think is great. It's tighten time frames. I think it's getting it as close to controllables of the environment, the time frames, all that'll get it close to in person. And even like the floor plans, dude. Like I enjoyed the floor plans. Now I also like being able to put everything on top of each other. But the floor plans were nice as far as like getting his, even playing field. Cory's got the same transitions Dex has, like right across everything. I thought that was cool. So that's the only thing I'd add back. And then, being my first experience going through the semifinals with master stuff, I think you definitely have to. I love having a Monday because I wanted to, like Cory said, I wanted another shot at the ring muscle up one, just for unexpected, like cumulative stuff, which is just they did well with the programming, I think, for the back half. But yeah, I think the password thing has to be, and the controllables of that timeline is where they're going to have to manipulate that.
Absolutely.
So Ryan, you've been a perennial top 10 games athlete. When you're going through these, is it almost better to do one and done to kind of get yourself ready for the games, or is it too important to qualify that you'll throw in a redo if you have to?
So a couple thoughts on that. First thought is you have to separate this from the games. This is not the games. So you don't treat it like you would treat the games. I go into it with the mindset of ideally you want to be one and done. I want to do one workout, everything I got in that workout, done with it and move on. But you want to have a backup plan in case it doesn't go well. And that's the thing about having these extended windows is I did number 3 first because I felt number 3 would probably be my weakest workout with the muscle up front squat one. And so I did that first just to see how it would go, feel it out, and hopefully I did as good as I could and then be done. But it allowed me time to redo it. So yeah, mindset is try to get it done in one.
So, in other words, as Jake Chapman says, you do it in the name of love, but just in case you still haven't found what you're looking for, you have that backup plan.
Yes.
So it's funny because I went and observed Rudy Berger doing the workouts this weekend just so I could see them in action, and be able to talk about them better. And really, like, I think his plan is to go one and done, but they do have that safety net that if something does go horribly wrong, he can swing that out. But yeah, he didn't need the safety net.
I like them. I like them forcing the order too, right? Like Ryan's talking about. Because I did them in order, and like the first two, I knew I wouldn't have to redo the snatch one. Just I guess I could still lean on age group stuff and knowing who's in my group. And like that's that couplet for me. I knew. I thought honestly the ring muscle up would be a strawberry, like a super strength for me. Just kind of contrast what Ryan said. So I got blown up yesterday, man. I'll be perfectly honest. My lats were dead. I definitely thought that I would have to redo the 20-minute AMRAP if I had to redo any of them. Just Scott knows me. I'm a turn and burn, brother. I'm a gas pedal guy. And so didn't have to redo that one. And the one I thought would be the kind of slam dunk for me, I'm gonna do that thing tomorrow. And if it was a tighter timeline, no dice.
Yeah, that's the other thing about the shortened time frame is it almost does force the order.
Absolutely. And with just four events, the margin for like you can't lay an egg one. So you gotta, I've heard several people say it forces you to perform across all four, and that's absolutely true.
Yep.
But then you give away that a little bit with the lengthy timeline. So it's a little give and take, I guess. Don't hate it, but I don't see him doing it like this again next year.
So
can we talk about the fact that Dex is hosting a cooking show while this is going on?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm about to go do that thrust workout, so I got to eat lunch. I also just want y'all to notice how much I'm seasoning this food, so I can't get the white boy jokes and the Louisiana jokes from Cory. What are y'all doing? Y'all doing a crawfish bowl for Mother's Day?
No, indeed not. Crawfish are $5 a fucking pound live.
Oh,
ain't no way.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because we didn't get enough water during the wintertime. Water wasn't high enough. Crawfish didn't bury low enough, and didn't get cold enough.
Wow.
It's a lot of reason.
Yeah.
Dude, in my 35 years of living, I've never heard of that.
Wow. Okay. back to regular scheduled show. So people don't know, like Dex used to be on our show a ton back in the day. And when he was on, we used to call it Clydesdale After Dark because you never knew where it was going.
Yep. No, we still don't.
So, and it's awesome to have him back, man. He's one of my dear friends, and I'm just so glad he's back on the show. But
my man.
So now the next thing up is for two of you, you're in a qualifying spot for the games right now. You're going to finish this weekend, and then a whole lot of stuff's happening in all the other CrossFit space, and you have to wait till Labor Day weekend to go to the games. That's a really long window. How do you deal with that from a training perspective once this is over?
Last
year, go ahead, Ryan.
Last year was a very similar time frame. The semifinals were a little bit earlier, a couple weeks earlier, but the games were a couple weeks earlier as well. So last year, you just kind of take some time off to recover, and then you start building back up again. So you recover and you make a plan for what you're going to do, and you just work on your weaknesses and try to build it back up to peak again for the games. I feel like personally, I probably peaked at quarterfinals. I'm feeling a little bit blah this weekend. It's such a short time frame between quarterfinals and semifinals. It's kind of hard to peak for both, and so I think I tried to stay at that peak, and it probably didn't work out the best for me. But
oh, dude, we are opposite monsters. I had a whole bunch of life kind of happen in the last year, and I think my give a shit. I'm gonna steal a Ben Bergeron quote. I realized very early on in this year I only had so many matches to strike, so I didn't even really start. I say not training hard. That sounds super dickheadish and arrogant, but like my full attention has not been on training until they dropped the first open workout. Well, it's because it's exactly what Ryan's saying, and Scott knows this to be true. I burn it hot, and then quarterfinals comes around, my give a shit goes, boo. But now, like I felt good through quarterfinals. I've been checked in all week. I'm also moving into a new home, starting a new job. So this has actually been like the first year where it's kind of been the sprinkles on top of kind of a shit storm and a cupcake at the same time. So it's yeah, man. The proximity of the games from this, I think, Ryan might agree. All the things between now, if you qualify in the games, are fun, right? We'll get back to weird stuff. Yeah, not for me. I got to get in the pool if I qualify. I don't want to do that, but everything else is kind of house money and fun. I'm sure Ryan's like me. I'm gonna take a good old. You can take a healthy 2 weeks off if it's that big gap, Ryan. We recharge the batteries. So yeah, I think the gap's exciting for me, man. Then it's in Birmingham. I think I was the dickhead that announced that the games are going to be in Birmingham on Morning Chalk Up, and had very reputable sources, saw the paperwork, yada yada yada. But I imagine they drove through downtown Birmingham and said, "Hey, this is not the place for the CrossFit game." But I lived in Fort Worth for a year. I think that was actually like the first time I was on Scott's show, and I love Fort Worth, man. They're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great time in Birmingham, facilities wise. It's right next to a Top Golf, so we can go do events, and then at night go drink margaritas and hit Top Golf balls. Maybe I don't know how this whole group parties yet, but if it's like Masters Fitness Collective, we'll have a good time.
I'm gonna tell you boys this for sure. I mean, to be honest, I'm 99% not gonna qualify, but I'm probably still coming anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna come. Yeah,
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna take Dex's coach's pass and be back there and make sure I keep him in line.
No. You're gonna be part of Clydesdale Media, man. We're gonna be covering this thing behind the scenes.
You know what, Cory?
I need your interviewing skills.
Yeah. And then Cory can be like me when everybody says, "Wait, say that one more time."
100%.
Wait, say that one more time. Yeah, that's funny.
Like, I'm sorry. What did you say? Mm-hmm.
Yep, I love it. You talk too fast. Shut up.
So I know Dex has some more to do. I know Cory's got some more to do. Ryan, you done, or you got the hay in the barn, or you got more to do?
I have done all 4. I am debating whether I redo one of the last ones tomorrow or not. I think I have 3 pretty good scores and 1 average score. So it's just going to be, do I want to redo that average score and try for better? I don't know if I can do better or not, but so
Ryan, what's your math for deciding if you redo or not, right? Like, I think most of the time people know, hey, I need a certain amount of points, X, Y, Z, or I have to stay within this placing range. Do you do that to decide if you're going to redo it, or do you,
Yeah, definitely. I'm the person that talks to everybody else too and tells them, okay, what'd you do on that? Okay, I think that's where you're going to finish then. So I kind of feel like I have a handle on where I'm going to end up with these scores.
Scott, cut the recording off, Scott. We're not live no more. He's gonna help me with the math.
So yes, that does affect it a little bit, but I feel like I have the time to do it since we have extra time. So, and I feel good. My body feels good. So why not try it again? It's kind of where I'm at. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll improve or how much I'll improve on it, but might as well try it again.
That's it. Yeah. Hey, you got time. Shoot your shot.
I mean, what's it going to hurt at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I want to qualify top half, and I feel like with the last 2 I can. I know the middle one, because honestly I was super surprised that I last night when they came out. So it's kind of house money for me here, so I can shoot some shots and be comfortable wherever I land. But yeah, dude, I'd love to hear what the math is though. I wish I had that nerd thinking process.
So the audience knows, Ryan, you're sitting top 10, I think 8th today.
Oh, come on.
That was 9th,
okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Big Daddy.
Dex is in 28th.
Hell yeah, brother.
And Cory, we're just proud of you, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, Cory's having a damn fine time. You understand?
That's
I cannot lose.
Cory's this is why I messed up, Cory. When I asked you if you're kicking my ass, because I'd seen your name so much, and now I know where it is. Me and you both are talking mad shit, and everybody's live YouTube things. We're just in there talking shit the whole time. It's 100%. Cory, me. That's funny.
So Just Tristan Patrick says Dex unbroken or bust on 4.
On 4, you're an idiot. No, and I'm a grip guy. So 115 is like a landmine you could step in, right? You're gonna do those first 5 cleans and feel real good, tempted to hang on to it, and then you go hop up to do toes to bar and have the old T-Rex arms. I think it is smart, athlete dependent on the first part. Toes to bar is toes to bar. If you're doing more than 2 sets, you're probably, not in the mix. Maybe I would say. I think that number is just right on the line of like you probably could do it unbroken if you're a jerk, but you should not because you're gonna have to die on the last bar. Like I think Ryan said earlier, you're gonna make a decision in that 30 if you want to go or if you want to stay your ass at home. So no,
Yep.
definitely. If it was a affiliate class, smoke them if you got them. But me, somebody told me the other day, Scott, that I pace really well, and I'm just riding with that because no one's ever said that to me before in my entire CrossFit life. And so he watched me do that 20-minute AMRAP, and he said, man, you pace so good. I said, hold on, let me get my phone. Say that again.
What that translates to is you're just not fit and you're slow the whole way through.
No, look, I almost got 10, and the only reason I didn't, I had 2 like weird jumps on the box, and I kicked double unders once. I was a set of handstand push-ups away, and I did the last 2 rounds unbroken. So I've never felt good about pace and stuff, and I felt real good about that one. When it came out and it said 20-minute AMRAP at the top, I didn't even need to read what was under it because that time domain's always been what gives me trouble, right? Like skills-wise, density or whatever, I'm always pretty cash money for whatever's like in-house. But when we get outside of that 9 to 12 minute range where it ain't so sexy, it's not just hurting now, it's planning. I've not in the past been that athletically mature, and so I'd like to think that's kind of the thing we're picking up late in the game. So I was pumped about it. The last 2 are gonna be fun. I'm definitely glad I get to take another shot at the muscle up one, just because I can. But the last one's gonna be fun. I love one where like the skill is hurting and it's not that much. It's like, can you hold your hand on the stove? And so yeah, it'll be fun.
So Tristan actually says I'm giving you shit. Obviously a bad idea.
No, man, let me unpack that because I wanted to do it unbroken. That was my suggestion to myself, and I was told otherwise.
Yeah. I had lots of breaks.
I could do this like an imam, idiot.
Yeah, you could
many
do
breaks
it like
on the
an
first
imam,
part.
but you should not do it like an imam. That's
well,
much
so
where that is.
our age groups, dude, 35, 39 is dogs. It's all dogs. Like, because there's some guys like Bronislav. There's some cats in there that like I have no clue who takes an invite and who doesn't in this age group. And so,
Sam Dancer, you understand?
So Sammy's gonna be the oldest. And
Will Morad.
But you can do both this year.
Yeah.
So that's like, I hate that for me personally, but it'll be cool to keep the show alive, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Being able to do both is wild.
And Will Morad.
I think Sam Dancer is going to do the toes to bar while holding on to the barbell.
Right, while he's doing cleans at the same time. Yeah, that tracks.
So that's what I was going to say. The difference between age groups there, Dex, your age group 35 to 39, when you're talking about maybe 1 break on the toes to bar or something like that. I'm like, no, I took 4 breaks on the toes to bar, or 3 breaks, I guess.
That's why I said that. Yeah, I was like, that sounded mad disrespectful. It is very different age group to age group on that one. Yeah. You make.
So the key is the thrusters though on that workout. That workout's all about the thrusters. So
yeah, I think so too.
How bad you want to hurt on the thrusters?
Absolutely.
I hate thrusters, and it only being 30 at 115 makes me infinitely happier. That'll be more fun. So they're all, but that's cool. Sometimes they're not all fun, man. And all 4 of these workouts have been fun. Like I haven't done the last one yet, but up until this point, they've all been like a good time. They hurt. They're well constructed. So hats off to Buddy if he worked with them and they didn't alter them too much because I really really enjoyed this. And more so, there's nothing new and sexy. It's classic CrossFit, and like I miss that when it's not weird nuanced stuff trying to reinvent the wheel like classic CrossFit. That's why I thought for sure it was like a Dave thing. So it's been refreshing to me.
So Kenneth DeLapp asks a question: is hurting a skill or a sign of mental capacity?
Both. That's both.
Either.
Yeah. Neither.
Either.
Oh, I was like, oh God, get him. Yeah,
it could be either.
Yeah, I told somebody the other day, like, I came out of football and I could sprint, rest, sprint always. So I had that hurt. Anything outside of of that. I was never used to doing. And so like, you know, when you don't know any better and you think more volume is better, every night I'd row like 5 by 500 meters as hard as I could on damper 10 with 2-minute rest and alternate that with like bike sprints, throw up things just to make myself tougher. So like you can develop it for sure. And there's a way better way to go about it than that. But meeting people that have it, like Brandon Luckett, Alex is one of them. It's weird that it's mostly wrestlers, Chandler, people like that. They're always sickos. Yeah, sicko. See, knew it.
Yeah. See, I like to say that I was the type of kid that would pound the square peg through the round hole. You know,
it's going in there.
So I'm just gonna keep doing it. I don't know any better. So
that's funny. That's
yeah,
funny.
and I wrestled through college and beyond. So yeah.
Well, I'm jealous. We didn't have wrestling in Mississippi.
That's just funny. You mentioned Brandon because he told us not that long ago. He's like, I'll call for blood on the floor before I stop.
Straight up. I've witnessed it, dude. When I used to work for Misfit, it was Brandon's first or second year, his sweet baby angel. And yeah, he's been a sicko his whole. That's why when people act surprised that he's fit, dude. Like I have a video of the kid. I have a video when the kid popped his elbow in the snatch ladder at West Coast Classic in slow motion, and he took an elephant dose of ibuprofen the rest of the weekend and still qualified. Like, yeah, Dr. Brandon's a sicko.
Yeah. He's completely out of his mind. And I love it.
Yeah, great guy. Sicko.
Well, guys, this has been a blast. I invited a bunch of people on. A lot of people are doing the workout right at this time.
Bunch of nerds.
They are nerds. Yeah, I'm going this afternoon. It's fun.
Well, good thing I'm in the Central. I live in the Pacific time coast, but I'm in the Central time coast doing the workouts, so it works out. Got them all done.
Where are you at, Ryan?
I'm at Mayhem right now.
Oh, how dare you! Go use the bathroom and don't flush it. I'm just kidding. They're nice people. Don't do that.
So, a quick question then, Ryan. So you're at Mayhem. It looks like you're in that back room.
Yeah, correct.
So, as a Masters athlete, do you get access to that as much as an elite athlete?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend for the people that came out here, it's full access. Yeah, I mean, we have to work a little bit around sometimes some stuff, but it's been unbelievable how they've.
How many people are there?
So there's probably 20 to 30 age group athletes total. Maybe a core of 15 to 20 that were here the whole time, something like that. Including teenagers and yep.
That's another one of my homeboys.
Yep.
That's Louisiana right there.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah, man.
I think he's gonna do it.
I love that dude. That's another dog right there.
And Ryan, Ryan, not Ryan. Cory, you're doing it at the Southland kind of group area, right?
I was. Yeah, I did the first 3 over there with Roy and another guy that came down that's in 45, 49. We started on Wednesday, or got there on Wednesday. Did 2 of them on Thursday. Ended up taking Friday off. I went back Saturday morning and just punished myself for 20 minutes doing double unders on a bad foot. I'm gonna do the last one at my gym just because I'm not driving all the way back an hour and a half just to go work out for 5 minutes at that on that last one. And then depending on how I feel, I'll probably try to knock out or redo rather that ring muscle up on tomorrow evening, like after I get off work, just because I know I can do better. And if I got enough time to get it in and under the window, then I'm gonna try it one more time.
What's that window for us, Cory? We're all Central
Say
time.
again?
Is it like 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
Same as Saturday, 7 o'clock in Central Time.
Yeah, Gonzales, Louisiana, baby.
That's right. That's right. Ryan, you enjoy Cracker Barrel and all the things that they have to offer there. McAllister's and Cracker Barrel, and that's it.
Yeah, more or less.
Dex, you lone wolfing it?
Yeah, dude. I've been so I actually just started working at an Iron Tribe, which is awesome. Been a really odd, kind of refreshing thing for me fitness wise, like at work. But yeah, dude, I've done all of them alone. I've been training by myself, and I'm sick of it. So if people live close to Alabama, Huntsville, about an hour and a half north of Birmingham or wherever, dog, come get down. If I knew y'all were at Mayhem, Ryan, I would have scooted up. It ain't that far a drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's
I got your old coach here walking around too.
Who?
Michael McElroy.
Oh, that's my first coach ever, man. Great
No.
guy.
That's what he
Great guy.
said. He was walking by. You didn't see him. He was looking at the camera in the background trying to get you to see him, but you
Was he?
couldn't.
I
Yeah.
love Mike, man. He is a kind and gentle man. He met a real asshole Dex in college, and he was very gentle with me. And us kind of being in the space together has been really cool for a few years, man. I enjoy Mike.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a blast. Well, let's do something again, like after this is all over and things
Sure.
are final, and
Absolutely.
talk about the last couple events and how it all went down. And hey, stick with us today at 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. We've got Aaliyah Miller on, semifinalist and current Jeopardy champion, on that program. And then at 7:45 tonight, we're starting Sunday Night CrossFit Talk a little early to highlight Fight for the Fittest. Those organizers are coming on to talk about that. And then we'll get into the normal Sunday night talk with Jamie and Carolyn and go through that, get a little input from Jamie on her Masters weekend. And then we're going to talk about the semifinals coming up this weekend for elites.
I'm so excited to see her.
Awesome.
I'm so excited for her to see Jamie back in there, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen all her workouts. She sends me the videos to make sure like they meet standard and everything.
That's sick.
So we
Awesome.
gotta get her through. And then we're covering the games this year, man. Masters, all in.
That's great. That's great.
We decided on
Hell
a
yeah,
week,
dude.
but we are going to Masters for sure.
Let's go.
So with that, everybody, thank you for being in the chat, guys.
Thanks for having me.
And we will be back on later today. With that, it's next time on the Clydesdale Media, whatever we're doing right now. Bye, guys.
Good luck,
Bye.
boys.